George Washington received his commission to become commander of the Continental Army on June 15, 1775. The Continental Congress selected George Washington to be commander-in-chief of the Continental Army because he had experience both as a military figure but also as a political leader. When he had been in charge of the defenses of the entire colony of Virginia during the French and Indian War, he had to regularly coordinate those activities with the governor of Virginia, the legislature of Virginia, and at times even the governors and legislatures of North Carolina and Maryland. Once he is appointed commander-in-chief of the Continental Army, Washington begins to ride from Philadelphia to go north. But before he starts that ride, he writes one last letter to Martha, the famous My Dearest letter that we have here in the collections at Mount Vernon. And he tells her, that I tried everything I could to not get this job, but it's been thrust upon me. I have an obligation and a duty to serve. The people have selected me. And he assures her that he retains an unalterable affection which neither time nor distance can overcome. Washington takes command of the Continental Army in the summer of 1775, and he spends the next 8 years turning it into a professional military force that can fight an army like Britain, that is a large professional army that has centuries of experience. The Americans play catch-up in under a decade. Washington's legacy is important not only as a military commander, but also because of how he ends the war. He voluntarily gives up power. There had been calls for him to stay on as some sort of king. He gives it up. No less a figure than George III, the King of England, even admires and compliments George Washington on his willingness to do this action. And that's why when they form the new government, following the creation of the Constitution, Washington is elected to be the first president of the United States because the citizens of the United States feel like they can trust him to serve for a limited amount of time, set an example for what the presidency should be, and be willing to leave and keep power securely in the hands of the people of a republic.